right, we're live. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I've got my friend in here today, Wendy Gristle. Wendy, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me. Your studio smells like a burned-out electronics store.
Yeah, man, I'm trying out this new air ionizer. I think it's malfunctioning. So, Wendy, you're the analyst. You look at the stuff all the time. You're the one who sent me this document. And I got to tell you, I looked at it and my eyes just glazed over. It's the alphabet 10Q. It's the report card for, the giant all-seeing eye that runs the planet.
Yep, it's their quarterly confession. It's the financial report for the company that knows what you're thinking about before you do. And it's a lot.
It's insane. I'm looking at one number here, page 7. Revenues for 3 months. 3 months. July, August, September. They made $102 billion.
$102 billion.
What is that? That's like the GDP of, I don't even know, like a whole ass country. A decent-sized one. How's that even possible?
Oh my God. Are we really gonna do this? Are we gonna be impressed? It's like being impressed that water is wet. They are the internet. Of course they made $100 billion. They're the government of the internet, and this is their tax revenue.
But where's it from? Is it all just ads? People clicking on stuff?
Mostly, it's the dumbest business model ever, and it's the most successful one in history. Look at page 13, Google search and other. That's you typing in, "Does my dog hate me?" or "cheap pizza." That one thing, $56.5 billion, up from $49 billion last year. So, more people are asking more, dumber questions.
That's wild.
Then you got YouTube ads, $10.2 billion. That's for watching some 19-year-old scream about a video game you'll never play or a 4-hour video essay about a cartoon from 1992. $10 billion.
So, the ad thing, the main business, it's not slowing down.
It's a giant, unstoppable money printer. It just goes brrr. But what's kind of funny? Look at Google Network. That's the ads they put on like your local newspaper's website or some rinky-dink blog. That was $7.3 billion. It actually went down from $7.5 billion last year.
Huh. Why?
Who knows? Maybe the rinky-dink blogs are finally all dead. Maybe they just squeezed them so hard they popped. My theory is that the last guy running a flower arranging blog just gave up and got a job at a coffee shop. So there's one less place to put an ad.
But then there's the other big thing. Everyone's talking about the cloud. What even is that?
The cloud. It's just someone else's computer. That's all it's ever been.
But it's huge for them. It says here, Google Cloud, $15.1 billion. That's up from $11.3 billion. That's a massive jump.
Right. This is their serious business. This is what they want to be when they grow up, so they can stop being just the ad guys. It's them renting out their giant planet-sized brain computer to other companies. All these other companies, these startups, even big old companies, they don't want to buy their own servers. They just rent a slice of the big one.
And it's making money now, right? I remember people saying it was just a big, expensive hobby.
Oh, it's making money. Look at page 35. Google Cloud operating income, $3.5 billion in profit. Last year, it was $1.9 billion. So, yeah, they figured it out. They built this insane Death Star to run their ad business, and now they're realizing they can rent out the trash compactors and the laser cannons to everybody else and make a killing.
So they're just taking over everything.
They're trying, and when they can't build it, they just buy it. You see this thing on page 27? Pending acquisition. They're buying a company called Wiz. Do you know how much?
I saw that. It's $32 billion.
$32 billion.
In cash.
In cash. That's not buy a company money. That's buy a country money. We are so terrified of being left behind in cloud security that we will just pay a full-on dragon's ransom to fix it amount of money. That is you money. It's what you do when you just have too much and you don't even care anymore. You just point at something and say, that. I want that. Here's a pile of gold as big as a building.
That's... it's almost unimaginable. $32 billion for one company.
It's stupid. It's all stupid. But you know what's even stupider? That's not even the craziest part of this report.
What? How can it get crazier than that?
Go back to the income statement, page 7. This is my favorite part. It's where you see the whole machine is just broken. Look at income from operations.
Okay, $31.2 billion, that's their profit from, doing stuff, from ads and cloud.
Right, that's what they earned. Now look down a few lines. Other income/expense net.
Whoa, it's $12.7 billion. Last year, it was $3.1 billion. What is other income? Did they find a pirate treasure?
They basically did. Go to page 27, gain/loss on equity securities, net. The number is $10.7 billion.
Explain that, in small words.
They have a side hustle, a big one. With all their extra stupid $100 billion a quarter money, they just invest it. They have this whole venture capital arm that just bets on little startup companies. And those little startups, they grew a lot. So this quarter, on paper, their stock portfolio of other companies made them $10.7 billion.
Wait. So of their $35 billion in profit, $10.7 billion of it wasn't even from their real business? It was just from being a stock market bro?
Yes, they are a hedge fund, man. They're a giant, nation-state-sized hedge fund that just happens to run a search engine to fund its bets. It's insane. Their real business of ads in cloud made $31 billion. Their side hustle of just sitting on their ass and watching their stocks go up made them almost $11 billion.
But, isn't that smart? They're using their money to fund the next generation of tech. They're incubating innovation.
Oh my God, don't say incubating innovation. You sound like one of them. It's not innovation, it's a monopoly using its monopoly money to buy up the entire next generation so nobody else can have it. They're the casino, and they're placing all the bets. They just can't lose. Look at page 17. Their non-marketable securities, that's the private companies, the ones you can't even trade, are worth $61 billion on their books. Last year, it was $35 billion. It's a giant black hole that just sucks in all the money and all the new ideas.
So they're just winning.
Except when they're not, which brings us to other bets.
This is my favorite category. This is all the weird stuff, right? The self-driving cars, the life extension, space elevator, whatever.
Yep. This is their "we're not just an ad company, we're geniuses" folder. This is their "look, we're building the future" crap. And on page 35, you see how that's going. Other bets operating loss. They lost $1.4 billion.
Jesus. In 3 months?
In 3 months, they lit $1.4 billion on fire. Just poof, gone. It's their vanity project. It's the billionaire's midlife crisis, but for a whole company. I'm not just an ad guy. I'm curing death. And they spend more money failing at it than most companies make in a decade. They lost more on their dumb hobbies this quarter than YouTube's entire profit, probably. It's hilarious. They're just setting a pile of money on fire, but the pile is so big it has its own zip code.
It's the duality of man right there, making $11 billion by accident on investments and losing $1.4 billion on purpose on robot cars.
Exactly. It's pure, uncut, end-stage capitalism. It's so big, it doesn't even make sense.
But man, it's not all just funny numbers. They are in deep shit legally. I was reading the section, commitments and contingencies. That's the
section, isn't it?
Oh, it is so the section. It's page 28. Where do we even start?
How about Europe? Europe seems pissed.
Europe is always pissed. They're the cranky old landlord who's mad that the rich tech bro upstairs is throwing parties. And this time, page 29, advertising technology. The European Commission just fined them 3.0 billion euros. That's $3.5 billion.
$3.5 billion.
Just boom, stop doing that and give us $3.5 billion. They just accrued it. That means they penciled it in as a loss. It's like, yeah, add it to the tab.
Is $3.5 billion even money to them? That's like what they made in profit in a week.
That's the problem. That's why it's so broken. It's not a rounding error. It's $3.5 billion. But we talk about it like it's a rounding error. It's the cost of doing business. It's a parking ticket. A $3.5 billion parking ticket.
And it's not just Europe. The DOJ, right? Here in the States.
Oh, yeah. The Department of Justice, the ad tech case. The judge already came out and said, well, it was mixed, but the bad part was real bad. The judge basically said, yeah, your publisher tools, you're unfairly excluding rivals, which is judge speak for your cheating.
So what happens?
Now, they're in the remedies phase. That's the part where the judge decides how to punish them. The DOJ is asking for structural remedies.
What's that mean? Break them up?
It's the B word. It's the break them up word. Will it happen? Probably not. But they're talking about it. They're talking about forcing them to sell off parts of their ad business. It's like a real thing that's happening. And they are terrified.
And that's not even the only one. What about this Epic Games thing? The Fortnite people?
Oh, this one's my favorite. They lost. A jury of regular, non-robot people in California looked at their Google Play App Store and was like, yeah, this is a monopoly. You guys are dicks. And they lost.
No way.
Yes way. And Epic didn't even want money. They just wanted the judge to make them stop. So the judge made them stop, ordered all these changes, and they appealed, and they lost the appeal. Now they're crying to the Supreme Court. But in the meantime, they had to actually implement the changes. They had to stop being dicks while they were appealing. It's like watching the high school principal get put in detention. It's beautiful.
So they're this giant $100 billion monster, but it's wounded. It's getting attacked from all sides.
It's a giant, wounded monster that is still printing money. And that brings us to the most terrifying part of this whole report.
We're not done?
No, we're not done. Page 49. Capital expenditures. This is what they spend money on. Not the fines, not the stupid moon boats. This is building.
Okay. Purchases of property and equipment. 9 months, $63.6 billion. Last year, it was $38.3 billion. Holy shit.
What are they buying? What are they building with $63 billion?
It says investments in technical infrastructure, servers, data centers.
And why? It says it right there. In particular, in support of AI products and services.
AI.
AI. That's the whole game now. That's the only thing that matters. All this other stuff, the ads, the cloud, the fines, the hedge fund, it's all just a sideshow. It's all just to fund this. They are in an arms race, a full-on Cold War-style arms race to build God.
God?
A giant artificial intelligence. They're terrified of it, and they're terrified someone else will build it first. So they are pouring billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions into building these giant, windowless, electricity-sucking temples to house this thing. They spent $63 billion on the buildings and computers in 9 months, and they're expecting to significantly increase it. They are spending everything they have to win.
That's the most metal thing I've ever heard.
It's the only thing that matters. Forget the $3.5 billion fine. Forget the $1.4 billion hobby loss. They spend $63 billion on the hardware for the AI.
So, man, Let me try and sum this up. What I'm hearing is this thing, this company, it's not even a company. It's like a weather system. It just happens.
It's a force of nature.
It sucks in $102 billion in 3 months. The main business, the ads, it's fine. It just works. The cloud thing is growing. It's becoming its own monster. But the real story is that it's so big, it's just eating itself. It's fighting all the world's governments and paying them off with billions in fines. It's losing $1.4 billion on purpose for fun, just to feel something. It's accidentally making $11 billion on the stock market because it doesn't know what else to do with its money. And it's taking every spare penny, all the tens of billions, and it's shoving it into a furnace to build an AI brain.
It's a Rube Goldberg machine. A giant, complicated machine for turning human attention into data centers for an AI. That's all it is now. And we're all just the little hamsters, running in the wheels to power it.
It blows my mind. It makes you wonder. And this is the real, like, brain exploding part. If this company, if it's spending $63 billion in 9 months on the AI arms race, and it's still reporting a $35 billion profit, what does the world look like when it actually decides to stop showing a profit? What happens when the dragon stops hoarding all that gold and just starts spending all of it to build its nest?
Who cares? My guess is it still won't be able to find my car keys. This was stupid. I'm going home.
You're amazing. See you, folks.